Because I just double checking Ayla with her recall, working on just tone. I want her to understand what tone means. So this is how do I condition a dog to know what to do with tone. So the ultimate cue is meep in her ear. Did you hear that? In her ear. And it's the same thing as me saying C-O-M-E. It's just a different way to say, to get her to me, right? The idea is I want her to understand what come means, which she does. I could say it and she would come because she's not distracted whatsoever. She would happily come. I know it. So the other thing I want her to know is what the tone in her ear means. So I'm classically conditioning the tone in her ear to mean come to me and it goes away. At least if you're committed to coming to me, it goes away. She doesn't have to get all the way here, but she has to be committed in her recall to me. Sometimes a dog is far away, you can't see them, or they're by something noisy like a creek or a bubbling brook, and you're standing from here to the end of that snow and calling, and there's water rushing and they can't hear it. So I want them also to know what the tone means. So what I do here is I turn the tone on, and then I tell her what she already knows, which is C-O-M-E. And at first she learns how to escape the tone by coming, right? This e-collar at 1.2 seconds, the tone rolls into a stimulation. So in the big picture, she also will realize if she decides to blow off the tone, which at some point they do, it will roll into a stimulation. So I have to have that set at a number that's appropriate for the dog in that certain scenario in an environment. And what then the tone that they already know to come to, now they're like, nah, I don't really feel like it. Then they realize that this other thing happens, which is the stimulation, which is quite aversive. And sometimes for some dogs, the tone is aversive at first. But once the dog hears the tone 40 times, it's not aversive anymore. It's kind of like if our phone rang in a certain way that bugged the crap out of us. Over time, it wouldn't bug us as much because we'd get used to it. It's not physically harming us. It just bugs us. It's a certain ringtone. It's not loud or anything, not extra loud. It's just a certain tone that we don't like, or so I digress. But anyway, I want her to understand what tone means, so I will turn the tone on first because she has no idea what it means. She does, actually. But in the big picture, I want her to feel like that's a different way for me to say come. So this is how I do that. Or this is what I'm checking. I'm going to turn it on. If this lights up, it's on. If she is on her way to me, then I don't need to say anything except for good girl and take my finger off the tone. But if she looks confused, I will help her with my verbal C-O-M-E that she already knows. So I have to help her escape the tone sound, and eventually it rolls into stim. I have to help her escape all of that as quickly as I can. So I will call her to me with my voice, and if she still doesn't come, I'll help her with that long line. But I need to not turn it off until she's on her way to me, committed to coming. So here we go. Come. Good girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good girl. Yeah. Good, you did it. So that actually rolled into stimulation. If you watch it, you'll see when it did. Good girl, you did that. You did that. Break. But often when a dog is out in the woods, they just want to hear break so they can go off again and do their thing. That's all they want to do. If you're at a park, you can toss a ball or a stick. But what she really wants to do is just to go away. But see how the tone really didn't bug her, but then the stimulation kicked in, and then I helped her right at all that same time. I said C-O-M-E to her and helped her make her way to me. Let's go this way. It's muddy. Let's go this way. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, Isla. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Try to get her out there feeling good again, letting her do what she wants. And it would be better if there was like a squirrel, or a deer. Good girl. And she's dragging come on, let's go. She's dragging this long line. So if I never wanted to use the tone as a different way to say come, I would keep the proper order of, I would say the word come. If she didn't come, then I would press and hold this T button or straight to the red button, depending on your style of using the e-collar. But I do want her to realize what tone means. So I'm teaching her what the tone means. Let's go. Come on. Maybe we'll see some deer. Good girl. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. We've been out here for 15 minutes. And that's the first one I've done. But when I'm making a video, I tend to add more because I don't want the video to be so crazy long. But now that she's hovering near me, I don't want to do it again. But then I'm videoing for you guys, so I kind of want to do it again. Because I think this next time, as soon as she hears the tone, because it rolled into stimulation last time, not very high, like 13. But in this scenario, there was nothing going on. She was just laying on the snow, you know. Chasing a deer, different scenario, different environment. Her brain's in a different space. So I know this next time when she hears tone, she's just going to come. So I'm going to just keep walking. Might be boring. But I'm going to do it again when she's a little further away from me. Come on, let's go. I'm trying to get her. Feel good. Should we go into the woods? Let's go into the woods. Come on, Tyler. Let's go into the woods. Nope. There she goes. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on. Let's go into the woods. Set him on that road. Maybe we'll see some squirrels and deer. Smell some things. Oh, we can go back to the snow patch. You want to go to a different snow patch? You like the snow. But I'm not going to call her off the snow patch. This time I already did that. Let's go. Come on, are you stuck? You're not stuck that bad. Okay. And the leash can be lighter. My light one got a little wrecked, so I'm on this heavier one. I prefer a lighter one. Good girl. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, you're so good. Good girl, Isla. You smell deer out there? Maybe. Like I said, ideally, if she started to chase a squirrel or a deer, that's when I'd use it. Because that would be a true... Like, I don't call my dog to me all the time. Unless there's something he's doing that he shouldn't be. And then the other term I use is, let's go. Tioga, let's go. Isla, let's go. Good girl. And that's no button. Later on down the road, I could use ecollar stim, but I'm not going to use tone. Remember, tone is not, the way I use tone is not necessarily a warning. It's not a warning. It's a different way to say COME. And just like the way I use, are you stuck again? Just like the way I use most aversive tools, I say the command once, and if they don't comply, then I put the aversive on, whether it's a prong collar or an e-collar, whatever it is. Come on, let's go. So the tone for me only comes in a recall. Over time, my clients learn how to use the e-collar in a different way, but it's always taught, e-collar is always taught as a recall device, and that's pretty much 80% of what I do with all dogs. If I have super problem behaviors, we'll use it for other things to stop behavior sometimes. But then I also will use it for, let's go. I will also use it as a negative reinforcement tool. I'm getting a little too deep, but if you don't know what that means, then learn what negative reinforcement quadrant is of operant conditioning. But I'll use it like that. I'll say a cue. I never just push the stimulation for no reason if I haven't said a command before, but that's not true. Sometimes I'll do it for deer poop eating, hole digging, things that counter surfing, where I actually don't want it related to me. If it's related to me, it's because I'm saying something before I turn it on. If I'm using it superstitiously, then I just do it. But that's 4 weeks or more after an owner has been doing it for recall. So I'm going to do it one last time. Good girl, that's right. That's right. And I'm not going to do it anymore because she was starting to get pulled away and having a good time, smelling the smells. Okay, let's go. Break. And always end it. Oh, you're taking up. Come on, break. Let's go. And now I'm just going to let her be. I'm not doing it anymore unless she really takes off after something. And this will be like a 20-minute walk, maybe 25-minute walk. Maybe, actually, by the time I get back, it'll be about a 30-minute walk, and I would have done this twice, like that, unless I see something else. And if I do, I'll show it to you and put a separate video, maybe in the comments if I see one. But I doubt I will, because she's not feeling like it. She's not feeling like it. Come on, Isla. Come on, Isla. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Get back out there. And then they get a little Velcro at first because they realize, well, I might as well just stay next to you. That's why you don't want to do it too much. Let's go. Good girl. Yeah, that's right. All right. There's a little check-in on Isla, but also how I incorporate tone into my repertoire of commands or cues for the dogs, and how I classically, or at least begin to, and eventually 100% classically condition that tone to mean I'm going back. Like if you watch my adventure dog day camps, you'll see me yell come and they'll come, but if I hit tone, they all come back quite happy, not suspicious whatsoever about it, and she'll get there right quickly. All right, there's that. Oh, maybe there's something. And this is an interesting time. Like if she would have... Are you stuck? I don't think so. Come on. Come on. You're not stuck. Are you stuck? You just need to pull harder, girlfriend. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Sometimes having the long line on doesn't help either. It's a sensation, but like I said, if she doesn't know what to do and looks super confused when I turn the tone on and I call and she still doesn't come, I have to help her escape it as fast as I can, and that's when I'll use that. But I like seeing her all lit up again. Excited about being out here. There they are. Here we're running. Come. Good. Good girl. Good girl. That's right. Good girl. That's right. Yeah. Good girl. You saw them, but you came back. That was awesome. Let's go. So I'm not mad at her for chasing the deer. I didn't say quit. If you watch my videos, you know I didn't say quit. Over time, my guy, he just doesn't even chase deer. It's kind of a problem in our yard because they come in and start eating the grass. Oh, and there's one still standing up there. They kind of know me if you've been watching my videos. Where is it? In there, I think. It's a bit of a problem because he doesn't chase them, because he's never been reinforced for it. I always call him off of chasing wildlife. I'm not saying no, don't do it, but when he's never reinforced, Tioga, Tigo, come. Yeah, I know, you heard me. Tioga, come. Good boy. He's never gotten reinforced for chasing it. He's not gotten punished for it. Get that. If you understand operant conditioning, he's not been punished for chasing deer, but he's never been reinforced for it. So why do it? It's a habit he's never practiced. So it's not in his repertoire of things to do, whereas it's totally in her. So back to her, I was letting her get, so you got to play with proximity and distance to things. I was letting her get out a little bit because I wanted her to go. I wanted her to go, and we ended up at a 42. I rolled up a little bit because once she starts to go and gets further from me and closer to them, especially when they start to run, which triggers, then I need to be sure that I'm going to get her back, because the end of that leash was beyond me. That makes sense? So I was waiting for her to get out there a little bit, playing with proximity. I could have tried a little further. If she had a tracking collar on, I probably would have done that. But then I just went right onto tone, and she heard it and stopped. But when it kicked in and went zip, and I yelled come, she came back. So I helped her escape it. And next time, she's just gonna know that it's this, and she's no worse for the wear. Come on, let's go. Come on. My camera's gonna die any second. So if it does, this is basically all I wanted to do anyway. Come on, Tioga, let's go, bud. Good girl. Yeah, good girl, Ayla. Good girl. She's no worse for the wear. I had a feeling we were gonna see deer up here. I had a feeling. I don't like animals, you know, that I'm with chasing wildlife. I just am not into it unless they're in my yard. Come on, Tioga. Unless they're in my yard. Good girl, Isla. You're good. So that's very different from a quit, which a quit would be you can't chase that. This is practicing recall off of a very distracting thing. And now she's distracted by the smell of it. Let me roll this down and do another one. Good girl, that's right. It means come here. It means come here, so I didn't even have to say come. That's right, break. But then I have to say break to let her go and be off again. Good girl. So that's how I classically condition tone to mean come here. Again, I don't use it for any other command. After a month of this with owners or so, we might use red button, which is directly to stimulus for other behaviors, but not now. Not until their dog comes back and looks quite good after the recall, not hiding between their legs. All right, that's that. Bye.